Welcome, Merged Tribe, to the first Merge Tribal Council here in iSurvivor Season 34. First of all, guys, I know this game is super stressful. I know the last, 24 hours or so have been a whirlwind, but it is not an easy feat to make it this point in this game. So give yourselves a congratulations and a pat on the back for making it this far here. So good job, guys. You all deserve it. Unfortunately, tonight, one of you will be voted out and will have your torch snuffed. We'll start Tribal Council off with a question and answer ceremony. Figure some things out, clear the air, discuss what's been going on, and then we will get to the votes. Let's start with, does anybody want to start? All right, based on reaction, I'm going to start with Erica.
Thanks.
I'm like, does anybody want to start? And you're like, no. Well, you're
Who
going to
would
start.
want to do that?
Well, how are you?
Hey, I'm great. How about you, Sandy? Thanks for having me.
I'm doing
Great.
fantastic. Thanks for deciding to show up here at Tribal Council. Not like you had a choice. How has the merge been for you? The game changed.
I didn't think I would make it this far. So honestly, I'm just really, really proud to be here, you guys. Like, honestly, I didn't think I would make the cast. I thought I would be first boot. I thought I would be second boot, so on and so on. I never imagined even making it this far. So
Why did you think that you would be voted out so early?
I don't know. I've never done something like this. Like, I think the closest thing I've done is playing like Dungeons and Dragons, but you don't have to vote people out in Dungeons and Dragons. So
you're saying because you've never played an org before that you just didn't have high hopes for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I knew I was going to try my best, but I didn't know how far my best would get me. So I'm proud of myself personally.
How do you think you've been? I mean, you're here obviously, but how do you think you're stacking up against some of possibly the more experienced players here?
I definitely feel like a little fish in a big pond. There are definitely some obviously very, very talented players here. And it's intimidating. I do feel like I'm on the bottom of the pack a lot of the time. But hey, I'm doing my best. I'm hanging in there. I made it this far. So
what do you think has to happen for you to either grow as in like the size of the fish that you're claiming to be, or how do you get on par with some of these people that you may think are above you? Like, what do you need to do?
Yeah, I think I'm not like, I don't think I'm in the top of the pack in terms of strategizing. My strategic mind could use some sharpening, flat out. Does
that surprise you?
Yes, I would like watch Survivor, so I've always wondered like, well, how would it actually feel to be there amongst people and trying to read these relationships and read what people are thinking and read who has powers? Like, would I be able to do that? And the answer is mostly no.
So are you kind of surprised by that? Like, obviously watching from the TV, you feel like you know it all, like you're the best player on the island. And here is it,
right.
It's a different story pretty much.
Yeah, no, I feel very clueless a lot of the time, but I feel like I'm catching on enough, fast enough to figure it out step by step along the way. We're figuring it out. We're getting better at it, you guys. Not like so good that I'm a threat, definitely not, but like I'm catching on a little.
Because you're so inexperienced, does other people's experience, does that intimidate you, or is it something that is secondary? Maybe below that.
Yeah. Yes and no. Like, I know there are some people here who have played a lot of orgs. There are some people who have won orgs. But there's no one here who's played iSurvivor. We are all brand new. So it's a new situation for all of us. So in some sense, we're all still learning. And I think we all have a right to be intimidated by those big fish who have played a lot, because we're all newbies here in a sense, because we've never played iSurvivor. Did I answer your question? I feel like
yeah, you did. You definitely did. You definitely did. No, you definitely did. Don't worry. Sophie.
Yes, sir.
Sort of a similar question as Erica. Does other people's experience play into your strategy? Does it affect your game at all?
You know, it doesn't affect anything because, you know, I feel like there are people here who have played together before. Like it's all over the board, and I think when you enter a game, it's a brand new game. I'm still learning Survivor. I've never seen an episode. Like the strategy is way different from Big Brother. So I wouldn't say it affects anyone's game in a big way. What was the question?
Just if it does people's experience or lack of experience work in your favor, or do you use that to your advantage? Like, for instance, like if somebody was less experienced, do you feel like, okay, maybe they're a little bit more trustworthy, and somebody who's maybe a little bit more experienced, or you're like, I'm wary of them just because I know that they're super experienced?
I mean, I think like there are ways that you could look at it either way. Like I think you could, you could trust someone who has played a lot because they've played a lot. You could trust someone who hasn't played a lot because they haven't played a lot. Like it could really go either way. I think it depends on the person, probably.
What was your initial reaction? Let's just rewind a little bit when you saw Kayla and Dresden tossed out during that super spinning storm.
Well, you know, all I could go off of, I hadn't been on the tribe with them since the very beginning. All I could go off of was what I'd seen, which was the challenges. And from what I saw, it didn't seem like they were maybe the strongest players in the competitions. So in my head, I was like, oh, okay, maybe that's what they went for, you know.
How's the past 24 hours been for you here in the merge, or however long it's been since we did merge?
It's been pretty crazy, you know, a lot of messaging while at work too, so it feels like when I'm not working, I'm on my phone. So that definitely makes it, you know, life feel a lot crazier when you literally don't have like a moment to eat a sandwich, you know. So I would say it's been, you know, crazy, especially like getting to know people that you have. Like there are some people I never even met until yesterday, you know. So it was crazy.
Was it did you have any expectations of what it was going to be like when that dissolving of the tribes happened and you all came together as individuals?
No, I was like, well, I guess I'll get to meet new people. I didn't have any expectations for it. I was shook that you announced all of like the new map and all the new powers that are on the map. I was like, great, like new things going on. I was not expecting that for sure. Has anybody else's
last 24-hour plus been a whirlwind? Yep. Devin.
Hey.
What's going on in the land and world of Devin?
Well, I'm pretty sure production knows, but I was like ready to just, I don't know, off myself, because I was just like, who is not talking to me? Everybody's not talking to me. I'm just trying to put my shit out there, and I'm just like, hey, this is where I'm at. This is all that's happened from my point of view. Who wants to talk? And then it was like, crickets. And I'm like,
so
okay.
Did that worry you tonight? Like, okay, there are 11 other people in the game, plus yourself, and if they're not in your inbox, like, do you feel vulnerable tonight? Do you feel like you're at the bottom of everybody's plans?
So I definitely feel like left out of a lot. And there's a lot of last minute messaging to me. And so I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm needed for numbers, but I think that's about it. So that's how I'm feeling these days. I'm just like,
well, I mean, at the first merge vote, unless it's clear cut, which most of the times it's not, needing that number is a pivotal role. So if you see yourself as just a number to whoever and whatever, at the early merge is when people usually need that number. So do you feel like you're prime real estate, or do you feel like you're not being taken advantage of to your best use?
I am Christine from Selling Sunset's best property available, 43 million. And all of this other deal, like all of these other deals, you get a guest house with it. Like, I am prime real estate, and I'm trying to sell that to people. I'm not gonna lie, I've literally tried messaging everybody, and I hope that somebody actually puts an offer in sometime soon. That would be so nice. So
you better check your messages as this tribal council goes on. You might be getting some offers.
Oh, I'm checking now. But that's how I feel. That's how I feel.
Good luck, Devin.
Thanks. I need it. Thank you.
Josh.
Oh.
How are you?
I've been hanging in there. What's going on with you, my friend?
Not much. I'm just hosting tribal council here, trying to grow y'all, get to the bottom of some stuff. You know this drill. So, since the storm, that was a crazy storm. You survived it. Congratulations. Then we merged. Sort of, I'm going to try to touch base with everybody. Like, what's the game been like for you? Is your inbox flooding? Do you feel vulnerable? Do you feel safe? What's the tea?
Well, glad you asked that, because I will say my name has been popped up a lot recently, especially in the last storm. Apparently my name was being thrown around the second we hit it, and not even hours in, I would just literally feel like my hands is literally in the balance of a puzzle. That's
so
literally
you're
what
talking about when the Scambiari was played.
Yes.
Oh,
When that was played, like literally not even hours in, I literally thought I was fucked. And it was not a good sight to see.
Do you think had your team lost, and now that you know that 2 people were going, you think that you would have been one of those 2?
1 billion %. 1 billion. Because Vita would have stuck together, and they would have gone for somebody. Like they asked me and Jabbar to do Devin, but I'm like, no, that's not really a good call. But then all of a sudden, I was planning to get blindsided that round, so that wasn't really too good.
So do you think some of that? So you think some residue from the storm is now still in the air here now?
Yeah, I feel like that after when that storm happened, it's still affecting on me. My name still kept coming up. I do not know why my name was even discussed in the first place, but members on Vita kept on pushing for my name from last round, and now this round this is happening.
Do you have any animosity towards a specific somebody? Because I mean, it's not like your name just comes out of everybody's mouth at the same exact time. Like somebody had to initiate Josh's name. Have you gotten to the bottom of that?
Yeah,
or you just,
I got to the bottom of that. Yeah, I got to the bottom of that. But you know what? Like, it is what it is. Like, what happened back at the storm.
What's the bottom of it?
Huh?
What's the bottom of it?
Okay. So the bottom of things is that apparently Hugo was pushing my name in the last one, and then tried to pin it on Sophie, and the next thing you know, he's pushing my name on in this round too. So right now I don't feel safe. If I end up going home, it's like it is what it is. I was just trying to build connections with people the best I can, and it just fucking sucks.
Dang, I wish Hugo was here so we can hear from Hugo, but he is not.
Since my name was... Hi, I haven't gotten to talk in like 2 days, but since like my name was mentioned, I'll just say that, Vita didn't tell me to vote for Devin. One person specifically told me to vote for Devin, and then other people yeah. So it wasn't like, from my end, it wasn't like it was like Vita as a whole told me to vote for Devin.
There was only one person.
So I just want to make sure that I clarify that, because I haven't really gotten a chance to speak for myself in about 2 days. So,
let's jump to you, Jabbar.
Oh, lovely.
First Merge Tribal Council, you get anchored to camp. What was your initial reaction?
I was so fucking happy.
Were you?
Because, yes, I was so happy. Because I had some things that I was probably going to say. And being anchored allowed me to do a lot of self-reflection so that I did not say something that I knew that I would probably regret later. And I'm perfectly fine admitting that on this platform now, that I needed time to self-reflect, especially after just getting my two-way mirror stolen from me. So, you know, everybody's talking about this stressful day they had. I had a fucking blast with this glass of whatever I'm drinking.
Well, today was good for you. Let you just mentioned something that's going to bring us back maybe another day prior. Is your two-way mirror was stolen.
Yes, it was.
Do you know why? Do you know maybe who?
Oh, I know why. Because I opened my big fucking mouth and told like 7 or 8 people that I had it. So, you know, if you're going to have a damn two-way mirror, naturally, it's just like me fucking parading a damn steak in front of a pack of wild wolves. Of course somebody gonna snatch that shit from me. What?
Do you any regrets in telling them, or are you okay with it now?
Oh, I don't care. What's the worst that can happen? I get voted out. So what? I made it to the jury. So I mean, regrets, no. Was it a mistake? Yeah. Do I regret it? No. It is what it is now. Like I said, being anchored away from everybody else was very, very helpful. So,
how do you base your vote tonight with being anchored? Have you been able to sort that out? Even
throwing names at a dartboard. The benefit of Hugo actually playing a power like he did is that, you know, that gives me one less person to guess on. So, you know, instead of having to choose between 10 people, I only have to choose between 9. So.
Thank you for bringing me to the next good point. Let's switch over to Alan. Congratulations on winning immunity, Alan. How's it feel?
It feels good. It feels good to be safe. You know, you never feel safe coming here, and it's nice that after the merge, I can just knock that one down, and I'm okay. I feel okay.
What was going through your mind / initial reaction when I made the announcement that a paranormal power was being used? Hugo used the spirit share and would be sharing your immunity with himself. Were you shocked? Were you happy for him?
I mean, I was shocked that there's a power like that out there. I think that's pretty cool. I mean, good for Hugo. I mean, I think he pretty much think he knew he was doing that since he's not here tonight, which I think is pretty funny. But you know, it was cool. I like that power, so I like that.
So now that you're safe, you can at least relax knowing that tonight it is not you. But how do you make this decision? It's the first merged tribal council, a lot of players in this game still. How do you
strength
figure out? Yeah,
strength. This all comes down to strength. You know, that's what I'm basing my vote on, and yeah.
All right, Alan. Good luck tonight, buddy. Katie.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. How has the last couple of days been for you?
It's been a roller coaster, or stormy, shall I say. But it's been fun. I'm definitely not as comfortable as you, Sandy. I wish I was. But here I am. And I'm planning on having a couple glasses of wine after this. And if things don't go well, that means I gotta have a couple more. And I'll return to loving my little boy. So I'm good.
Is that really how you feel? Would you just be okay with...
I'm so nervous. But I think when I watch the show Survivor and there's moms on the show and they are like, I miss my son. Obviously, I'm with my son and it's nothing compared to that. But this game is another world and I am having a blast doing it. And I think part of being a good mom is doing something that's also fun for you. So I don't have guilt that I'm doing this. It's a blast, but the glass is still half full if this doesn't go my way, because you guys saw how cute my little boy is. So I will be in the snow playing and all will be good. And it's been awesome playing with you guys.
For some reason, it sounds like a farewell. What have you done to, I know it's not a farewell.
No, not at all.
I know it's not. It just, there's the tinges of like, if it's me, it's me. And I get that perspective. But what have you done to remain here and not have that be the result? I'm going to go back to playing in the snow with my son. What have you done to just make sure you're still in the game?
You know, I've continued to talk to people and try to build relationships. And, you know, I think that this game is all about perception. And I think for some reason, people have perceived me one way, and that's not how I feel I am. And so, unlike Jabbar, I was not anchored, but I have done some self-reflection on why that may be. And I am taking that into account.
How if it's me kind of answer prior, do you feel vulnerable tonight? Do you feel like your target? Do you feel like your name is going to be written down?
Oh yes, my name will be written down.
And why do you think at the first Merge Tribal Council your name's on the block opposed to all these other people?
Because this game is about who you can trust, and I think I trusted the wrong person.
Being who?
Is it the 5th? Plead the 5th?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
We have international people.
One person?
What, Devin?
I don't know what that means.
I am commenting because I think it's me.
Oh, it is not you, Devin. It is not you.
Okay.
I can plead, I can speak, I can take away my plead the 5th and say that it's not you, Devin.
Okay.
I shared about a power to someone. All of a sudden, lots of people knew about that power. I don't care. It wasn't that big of a deal, that power. I chose to share that because that person had confided in me something, and
you only shared this power with one person.
Yes.
And that person told other people pretty much.
Somehow other people know, and then it backfired. And now I'm just owning that I had a power. It wasn't a big deal, and I would go into it, but I'm sure everyone knows, so I don't want to waste everyone's time. But yeah.
All right. Well, I wish you the best of luck in the vote. Hopefully you've done enough. AJ, do you agree with the statement that like a power isn't a big deal? Because we're at the merge, and in my opinion, if you have a power, regardless if you think it's good or not, that's a power that you have that somebody else doesn't have. That even if the power isn't all that great, you could probably work that power to your benefit. So do you agree that a power is not a big deal?
I think it is to a extent. It depends on the power, I believe, wholeheartedly. Like, apparently Jabbar is not stressing about losing his power, so I think if you ask him, it might not be that big of a deal. Hugo, if you ask him, he might believe it was a big deal that he had a power. So I think it just depends on who the person is and what type of power they actually had on if it's a big deal or not.
Have powers been a big part of strategy? Because someone mentioned earlier, the map changed. We now have the Spirit Sanctuary. Do you think powers either are going to come into play now, tonight, or in the future? How concerned are you about power?
I wouldn't be shocked if a power came into play tonight or in the near future. Like, it is out there. It is meant to be played. So I think if you're not making plans with contingencies, then you're making the wrong type of plans.
How are you feeling tonight, AJ?
I'm scared, Stanley. I'm scared. Like, after last tribal, like, I can never be safe no more. Like,
AJ, I'd be shocked if you saw your name on a wheel tonight.
Fuck you.
Chrissy, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. We'll start off by asking, how has the merge been for Miss Chrissy? Congratulations. Ooh, I can come back.
It has been crazy, I feel like, because there are people I literally have not met yet in this game. And so just trying to, even just conversate with them without the game, and then having, you know, the immunity challenge and then tribal right away, I feel like we didn't really get a chance to do any tribe bonding, which I'm kind of like used to, because like obviously, you know, the first merge tribe, everyone's like, oh, we need to like all talk and, you know, bond and, you know, figure out. But I just know that like this vote is going to set the tone for the rest of the game. My dog is like going psychotic right now. But like the first merge vote always sets the tone for the rest of the game, and it sets the tone for who you can trust and who you can't trust. So whether we got to talk or not, you know, we still have, you know, the rest of merge. So if we all make it.
So you're saying that this vote is very pivotal tonight, or pivotal in that
every vote from this point is pivotal, because like we've made jury, everyone's made jury now. We're at the merge, we're the last 12 people in the game. There's only going to be 3 people sitting in the end, so every vote out after this is pivotal. Because hold on, give me 1 second.
Yeah, did I say this was the jury?
No, you didn't, and everyone keeps
you didn't, but like we're all assuming that it is, because there's 12 people left, and I'm assuming it's going to be a final 3, so that means 9 people in jury.
Have you learned anything these 20?
It's not always like that on the pro boards. Like, have you guys not stalked like the past iSurvivor seasons? It gets wacky. They do wacky stuff, you guys. I've been assuming that. Krista, sorry, this is Tribal Council. I'm over here drunk talking.
No, you're fine. But I figured by 21 days into this game, you would have known not to just assume stuff when it comes to us.
Well, we assumed the shitstorm was a double, and we were correct. We just weren't correct about the way that you did it.
Sure. I heard a lot about the shitstorm. I heard it's a swap. It's a mutiny. It's a.
I mean, it wasn't.
Aliens
swap,
are coming
but not
from
because
space.
of
I
the
heard a lot of
storm.
theories.
No, Chrissy, I think you're right. He's bluffing and just mad we called it.
I always be snatching his wig, so you know what? He probably is just trying to.
My
throw us off
hairline is
the scent.
receding because of Chrissy. This season. Literally, I'm good. Literally gonna be bald by the end of
I
this.
constantly call you out, but yeah, I think every vote after this is just going to be pivotal. We've made it to the halfway point, kind of. This is like, I don't know what it's called, but it's like, you know, the checkpoint or whatever, where you know you're almost there. So anything you do or say after this is important and will be like looked at with a microscope, basically. So yeah, it's really important.
Best of luck, Chrissy. Aisha,
Hey.
how are you?
A little bit nervous, anxious. All the tribal council feels, you know.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that you've done enough to have it not be you today?
I don't know. Fingers crossed. I hope so, but nothing's guaranteed. No one's safe except people who have immunity right now. So honestly, anything is possible at this point.
Yeah. At tribal councils, you can either be in majority, out of majority. Some of you have been in the majority, some fair share, some of you not so much. This is where it really matters. This tribal council here, like Chrissy said, will set the tone for the rest of this game. How has the merge been for you? You're nervous, so obviously it's been a shitstorm. Would you agree with that, or would you not agree with that statement?
Honestly, the best way to put it is a roller coaster. Sometimes I'm feeling high and happy. Sometimes I'm feeling really low and all like not happy. So I guess the merge has been just like a freaking roller coaster.
Mm-hmm. Do you think it's going to continue to be like that, or do you think possibly after this vote, lines may be drawn to where it might plateau a little bit for a round, or do you think that this game is just going to be?
I wouldn't expect it to just be calm, honestly. Thinking like what's been happening like this whole game thus far, I know that something's probably gonna happen soon, so just gotta brace myself for whatever it is.
And how do you brace yourself tonight?
By taking a shot of this Patron.
What are you basing your vote on?
I'm basing it on I guess strength. Strength. Yeah.
Lexi.
Hello.
How are you?
I am full from a Chinese earlier. I'm red cheeked from the 2 bottles of wine I had earlier, and I've got a really bad headache from like all of those together.
You don't have a headache from these people?
No, believe me, no. I've had a headache since I finished like my 2nd glass of wine, so.
How's the merge been for you all the way over there?
It's been strange because obviously, like Chrissy said, there's 4 people I didn't meet at all until yesterday. So it's been good, like talking to those. It's been nice to get to know them.
Do you feel slightly at a disadvantage because you're probably one of the people who made the merge, who knew the least amount of people, or had like interactions with the least amount of people?
I mean, I guess that does put me at a little bit of a disadvantage, but you know, I'm a little Miss Chatterbox. I don't usually shut up in the main chat, even though I am like 4 or 5 hours ahead. So, you know, I can talk the back legs off a donkey sometimes.
How important is it for you this vote to be on the right side of the numbers?
Well, you know, my track record hasn't exactly proved fair to that. But
what do you mean?
Just the last couple of tribals I've been in, well, not the last couple, I've been in 3, and like the first 2 didn't exactly. I woke up and there was always something different that happened, and I was usually that.
So you voted in minority?
Yeah.
Like a couple of tribal councils, and so I get it.
So, you know, I'm hoping that I'm not, you know, just the outlier that votes for like a strange, just one person. So we'll have to see.
Does it make now that we're at the merge and you've been left out of votes in the past, does it concern you does it make you question where your trust lies?
As long as they're not voting for me. No, I mean, I don't know. No one's safe. It's like, what's that show you've got? Naked and Afraid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it's about, but that's how I feel.
And so, oh god, hold on. And sorry, my AirPods died, so if I sound different, I apologize. And now that we're at the merge, it's an individual game. What are you basing your vote on? Is it strictly being in majority because I've been left out of majority so much, or is it more of like what you want to do is what's going to happen, or what you want to vote is what you are going to vote?
So obviously no one wants to be left in the minority, but at the same time, like, I'm not just gonna vote for someone because, like, I remember I'd heard something about Shay before Shay left, and apparently he wanted a specific person out, and apparently he was going to get all of the votes, and then like say, look, we've got all these votes, you need to vote for this person or you're going to be left out. And obviously I wouldn't want to be approached in that way. I wouldn't want someone to go like, look, you have to vote this way. Like, I'd still like to think it was my own decision.
Has that been the case this tribal council? Do you feel like it has been your decision?
I don't know what to think. I'm honest. I don't know. It's difficult. You ask some very difficult questions.
Well, I'll give you a couple of seconds to let those questions sit and marinate. And I will leave the floor open to anybody who's heard anything that they need to respond to. The floor is yours. This may be your last opportunity and last chance to either convince some people, clear your name, or just get stuff off your chest. Nobody? All right. It is time to vote.
It's not time to vote, Sandy. I am going to do something, and I would like to use my power to give Hugo power. I mean, what's it called? I don't know. That thingy that I have. I forgot what it's called. I think it's the reject or whatever.
Okay. Chrissy is in possession of a shift power. It is called the reject button. It sort of works like a safety without power, but reversed. Safety without power is typically you play it for yourself and you leave tribal council before the vote. The reject button does that, but Chrissy will be able to choose the person that she wants to head back to camp before we vote. Hugo, you're not here, but you will not be voting, and I'm going to send you back to camp right now, buddy. Congratulations, you've made the top 11. Does anybody else have a power they would like to play right now before we vote? It's time to vote. When I call you by name, please head to your production chat, cast the name or type the name of the person that you want to send home. Sophie, you're up. Alan, it's time to vote. Katie, it's time to vote. Devin. AJ. Lexi. Chrissy, it's time to vote. Aisha. Erica. And Josh. I will take a minute.
I'm sorry. Did the anchor mean that I didn't get a vote too?
Oh, sorry, Jabbar.
Okay.
Sorry. No, people were coming on and off camera, and I just saw them moving. Sorry, buddy.
I was just making sure, honey.
No. You definitely could vote. Did you vote? It's time to vote, Jabbar. Oh. All right, I'm going to go and tally our votes. Just give me a minute. Feel free to discuss and talk. In the meantime, I'll be back. Hi. I am back. I have the votes.
Everyone here is gorgeous, including Sandy.
Yeah. I want to start off by saying I love you all. You guys have been an amazing cast. Thank you for putting the time and energy into this game. Every single one of you. You make it all worth it and when we watch you guys in action. It's a lot of hard work on our end, but I know it's stressful and crazy and hard to just commit to something like this and do it in day after day after day. Thank you so much. And congratulations on making the jury, guys. Person voted out will become the first jury member. If anybody is in possession of a hidden immunity idol or any advantage you would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. First vote. Katie. Next vote. Aisha. It's 1 vote for Katie, 1 vote for Aisha. Katie. Aisha. This is 2 votes for Katie and 2 votes for Aisha. Let's vote. Katie. That's 3 votes Katie, 2 votes, Aisha. Aisha. That's 3 votes, Aisha. 3 votes, Katie. Aisha. That is 4 votes, Aisha. Katie. We are tied. 4 votes for Aisha, 4 votes for Katie. Katie. It's 5 votes, Katie. Aisha. That's 5 votes for Aisha, 5 votes for Katie, 1 vote left. The 7th person voted out of iSurvivor Poveglia. First member of our jury. Aisha.
Wow. Okay. You guys played the player. I'm a little shocked. Not really. But honestly, Katie, you were so close to being gone, and I'm very happy that the people who I talked with into pushing you, it worked. I don't know. I'm just like, I'm shocked a little bit, but honestly not that mad. This game was causing me some stress pimples. So honestly, good luck to all you guys. Sophie, Erica, Alan, Katie, AJ, Devin, Sandy, Josh, Chrissy, all y'all. Lexi, I'm so happy that I got to know you guys. Fortunately for some of you guys, you won't be hearing from me anymore, which might be a good thing because I'm a little mastermind. You probably figured that out already, but good luck to all you. Just want to tell you straight out, since I am on the jury, I'm not voting Katie if she's in the top 3. I have a bunch of people I'm not going to vote, so just keep that in my mind. If we were allies, you got my vote. If you're not, if you cross me, no. But bye, guys.
Aisha. I'm going to keep it short. I'm going to save it for my post. I'm going to save it for when we talk to you in your exit interview in a couple of days. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, by the way, I did the swap.
Nice.
Yeah, what of it? You guys didn't suspect it, huh? No. I'm a little quiet one, huh?
Aisha, you were like the silent but deadly killer out there.
Oh yeah.
I honestly, if this vote worked out in your favor, you would have been one to watch. And I know that you know that. I know if you got past this tribal, you would have seen how close these votes were. You would have been one to watch. Thank you for even taking us seriously when Rocky reached out. This is a recruit right here, people. Thank you. I can't thank you enough. Just your archetype, the way you handled yourself, your mind, and just seeing you take this game seriously, it was amazing. I'm actually very sad that this is the end of the road, and this is all I'm going to be able to see of you in this role. Of course, you're the queen of the jury right now. You are the first jury member, so just like this vote sets the tone for the merge, you set the tone for the jury. Everybody coming in is coming into your house.
Control it too. Katie, I'm sorry you ain't winning this, sweetie.
Unfortunately, Aisha, the tribe.
Bye, guys.
Spoken.
Bye, Aisha.
Aisha, you aren't either. Bye.
At least I won before. Period.
I'll miss you until I see you again. Sure.
At least she won before.
Guys, it's only going to get more difficult. Blindsides are on the horizon. If you think that the lines are drawn, I'm telling you, those lines can be blurred and swept in one gust of the wind. It's merged. The game is on. Congratulations on making the jury. I will see you guys later. Tree mail will be posted tomorrow detailing your next challenge. Thanks for being incredible. See you guys later.